Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a nice coin collecting system. We will be covering things like random coin spawning and also how to make the coin respawn and how to give it a nice animation when you collect it. Also, if you guys want to support me and want to have access to all of my project files without having to follow the tutorial, including the one you're watching right now, they will all be available on my Patreon in the $10 tier. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is, of course, make the coin model. So I'm just going to use a cylinder and I'm going to change its size by using the scaling tool. And I'm just going to make it the size of a coin. But to get the proportions right, I'm going to go to the avatar tab and I'm going to spawn a block rig. That way I can know if the coin is too big or too small. So I'm just going to resize it, make it look like a coin. I think this size is pretty good. Now what I'm gonna do is change the color to a color that I like. So I think I like this one, so I'm going to use this color, maybe a little bit brighter. Okay, I think that looks good. And what I'm gonna do now is rename this to coin, and I'm going to add a folder in the workspace, and it's going to be called coins. And the coin itself, I'll store it in sort of script later, but what I'm going to do now is create a block, and it's going to be sized. It's going to have a size of maybe 50, 1, 50. And this is going to be where we want to randomly spawn our coins. So I want my coins to randomly spawn within this area, so I'm going to put the area there, and I'm going to make sure that it's anchored by pressing the anchored button, and do the same thing for the coin. Make sure that the coin is anchored and that can collide is unchecked on the coin. I forgot about this. So select your coin, uncheck can collide. Same thing here, can collide, false, and anchored true. Now what we need to do is change the transparency on this. I want it to be, it should be 1, but for testing reasons it will be 0.5. Okay, so 0.5, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to have a folder, and it's going to be called coin spawns, and this is going to be the first one, so it's just going to be this part. And what I'm gonna do now is add a script inside of server script service, and it's going to be called coins. And I'm also going to yeah, that's it. So it's just going to be named coins, and I'm going to drag my coin inside of the coins script. Now what I'm gonna do is get players service. So we're gonna start by getting some services. So local players is equal to game get service players, and local. That's it. We are only going to need player service and players.player added connect function. So whenever a player joins the game, we want to create a folder inside of the player called leader stats, so that you can see a leaderboard that has coins and maybe other currencies if you want to. So I'm going to create the leader stats folder. So local leader stats is equal to instance.new folder leader stats.name is equal to leader stats. Make sure that you spell leader stats exactly like I did, and leader stats.parent is equal to player. Now what I'm gonna do is local coins is equal to instance.new int value coins.name is equal to coins.value will have a default value of 0. Now coins.parent will be set to leader stats. Now if you go ahead and play the game, you should see that we have a leaderboard that has coins. So as you can see, coins, and it's set to 0. Now what I'm gonna do is create a function for spawning a coin. So local function spawn coin, and it's going to just take a coin model or maybe coin mesh and where we want to spawn the coin. So spawn area. And what I'm gonna do inside of this function is create a new coin. So local new coin is equal to coin mesh clone, and new coin. That's it. We're just going to create a new coin, and new coin.parent is equal to the workspace. Now what we need to do is position this coin in a random area inside of the coins folder. So what I'm gonna do is local spacing. So local spacing, we're gonna have a spacing variable which will be set to something like 5 or 6, maybe 6. And what I'm gonna do is coin mesh dot C-frame, or maybe I'm going to have another variable. So local random position is equal to, and it will be equal to the actual spawn area's position. So spawn area dot position plus vector3.new, and it will be math.random on the x. So math.random from minus spawn area dot size dot x multiplied by divided by spacing, and comma spawn area dot size dot x divided by spacing. And now what I'm gonna do is add a comma, and for the y-axis I want it to be 2, and another comma, and this time just copy this math.random to the last parenthesis, put it in here, and change x to z on both of these. So z and z. Now what I'm gonna do is coin mesh dot position is equal to random position. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is whenever a new server is started, what we're gonna do is we want to spawn 20 coins or 10 coins in each area. So for underscore comma area comma spawn area in workspace dot coin spawns colon get children do. So what we're gonna do is loop through all of the coin spawns, and for I is equal to, and we want to go from 1 to 20, or maybe 20 coins in each area, in each spawn, and each time we're gonna go up by 1 do. So for I is equal to from 1 to 20, we're gonna call the spawn coin function. So spawn coin, and that's going to take the coin mesh, which is script.coin, and it's also going to take the spawn area. Okay, so this should work. So I'm going to run this and see what's gonna happen. So as you can see, it did position the coins, but as you can see, the spacing is really bad. So I'm going to up the spacing, or maybe lower it. So 2.2. And yeah, 2.2 is perfect. So what I'm gonna do now is go back to my script, and I'm going to set the parent of the new coin to workspace.coins instead of the workspace. And now we're gonna try this again. And yeah, this does work. I don't know why we have this coin right here. I don't know why, but we're just going to forget about it. And what I'm gonna do now is make it so that the player is able to collect each coin. But before we do that, we want to animate these coins, because if you play the game right now, the coins are pretty boring and they're just standing there, which is pretty bad, and we don't want this to happen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to firstly delete this dummy, and I'm going to add a script inside of starter character scripts, or maybe start player scripts, and I'm going to add a local script, and it's going to be called animate coins. Now what I'm gonna do is local run service is equal to game get service run service, and run service dot render step connect function. And what I'm gonna do is loop through all of the coins. So local coins, we're gonna get the coins folder. So local coins is equal to workspace wait for child coins, and for underscore comma coin in coins get children coins get children do. So for each coin, so coin.cframe is equal to coin.cframe, and we're gonna multiply that by cframe.new 0 comma math.sign, and it will be time multiplied by something like 3, and we're gonna divide that by 20 comma 0. Now we're gonna multiply that by math.rad and by cframe.angles 0 comma math.rad and 1 comma 0. Now if you play the game, I think this should look pretty good. It should have a nice hovering and spinning animation. So just play, and as you can see, all of the coins now do this cool little animation. And what I want to do is change the transparency of this. So transparency should be 1, so that we actually can see the entire coin. And as you can see, it's pretty smooth, and there are a lot of coins, but I think that there are too many coins in one area. So I'm going to go back to this, and I'm going to change 20 to something like, who knows, just something like, also make sure that this is 0, not 1, maybe 10 coins. I think 10 coins will be way better. And yeah, that's pretty good. Now we have a lot of coins randomly spawned. And yeah, what I'm gonna do now is make it so that you're able to actually collect these coins. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is add another function in here, local function collect coin, and it's going to take the coin mesh. So the coin will have a value, so it's going to be an int value. So insert an int value into the coin and rename it to reward, and set its value to something like 1. So I want it to just be 1. And what I'm gonna do is we're gonna call this collect coin function in each and every single coin. So new coin. Now what this is going to be is coin mesh dot touched connect function and hit. So what I'm gonna do now is if hit dot parent, so local humanoid, or maybe if hit dot parent find first child humanoid. So if there is a humanoid, then what we're gonna do is local player is equal to players get player from character hit dot parent. And what I'm gonna do is check if player, then so if the player is there, then what we're gonna do is player dot leader stats dot coins dot value plus equal to the coin mesh dot value dot reward dot value, and then we're gonna destroy the coin. So coin mesh destroy. So if you play the game now, you should be able to collect coins. So I'm just going to run into the coins and collect them. And as you can see, I can now collect the coins, but the way they disappear is pretty bad and boring, so we're gonna have to fix that. And what I'm gonna do whenever we collect a coin, instead of just straight up deleting them, what I'm gonna do is tween them. So we're gonna destroy that coin. We're gonna do local other coin is equal to coin mesh clone and other coin dot parent is equal to the workspace. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to add a remote event inside of replicated storage, and it's going to be called collect coin, and I'm going to get replicated storage. So local replicated storage is equal to game get service replicated storage. Now replicated storage dot collect coin fire client, and that's we're gonna call the player, and we are also going to send the other coin. And what I'm gonna do now is enter our animate coins script, and we're gonna get 2 more services. Local replicated storage is equal to game get service replicated storage, and local tween service is equal to game get service tween service. So tween service is something you can use to animate stuff. And what I'm gonna do is a replicated storage wait for child collect coin dot on client event connect function, and that's going to take the coin. Make sure that you don't type in coins, make sure that it's coin. And what we're gonna do is tween service create coin. So we want to animate the coin, not the coins. Make sure that you type in coin comma tween info dot new 1 comma transparency is equal to 1. Colon play. Now what we're gonna do is, okay, so tween surface colon create. Now we need to wait the amount that you put in here. So you want this to take 1 second. Put 1 in here, and if you did put any amount, just put that amount. For me, it's 1 plus 0. And add 0.1 to it. And after waiting 1 plus 0.1, which also you can just put 1.1, but you can do that if you want to. Then we can destroy the coin. So coin colon destroy. So now we deleted the other coin, and we also deleted the coin mesh itself. But what we need to do is, instead of just parenting it to the workspace, it should only be visible for the player himself, because we don't want that to also be visible for the others. But what we can do is just task.wait, task.spawn function, so task.spawn function, and just do task.wait 1 second or 1.1, and just put in other coin colon destroy, and that should work. And now if you play the game, it should be destroyed, but what I forgot is to remove the destroy from here, sorry. So just put the 1.1 in here, and so that we destroy the other coin from the server. And now we should be able to collect coins, and it should look pretty cool. So I can collect the coin, and as you can see, it has a really nice animation, which is pretty smooth. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is add a sound. So I'm going to get a nice coin collecting sound. So I'm just going to go to the toolbox, and I'm just going to select a category. So for me, it's just going to be maybe okay, so audio. I'm going to type in coin. Now what I'm gonna do is listen to these sounds and choose the one that I like. Okay, so I like this sound, so I just selected it and pressed insert, and now just put it inside of the script called coins. And now what you can do is mess around with the volume, so you can change the volume. And what I'm gonna do now is, actually, don't put the sound in here. I think it should be put in the animate coins script. And what I'm gonna do is, whenever we play the tween script, wait for child, or actually script dot coin effects to, or whatever the name of your coin sound is, and colon play. Just play that sound and it should work. So I'm going to play the game now and see how this looks. I'm also going to just turn down the volume because I don't want to get copyrighted, but I don't think that's copyrighted, so I'm just going to do this. Okay, so it does work, but for some reason I'm lagging, so I'll see why that is happening, and I'll be back. Okay, so it works, and we just created a really nice looking. By the way, I put the volume down so I don't get copyrighted. So we just created a really nice looking coin collecting system with random coin spawning and everything. So now what we need to do is make the coins respawn. So I'm going to enter my coin script, and what I'm gonna do is, instead of straight up destroying the coin mesh, I'm just going to parent it to the script itself. So coin mesh dot parent is equal to script, or maybe replicated storage, or maybe just script. And task.wait, we want math.random from 5 seconds to maybe 10 seconds. And we want to change the parent again, so coinmesh.parent is equal to workspace.coins. And now everything should be working just fine. So I'm going to play the game again and see how this looks. Okay, so I'm going to collect a coin, and after 5 to 10 seconds it should respawn. So just wait, and as you can see, it respawns. Okay, so what I forgot to do is reset the y-axis on the coin. So all you gotta do is add this line of code after the task.wait. And what you should do is, in here, just do this: random position is equal to random position actually vector3.new random position dot x comma 2 comma random position dot z, and everything should be working fine now. Okay, so by the way, actually I forgot to do something. I forgot to change this to make something like 3 studs, because 2 studs is pretty much nothing. So position, I think it should be more like 4 to 5. So just change both of these to 5. And now if you play the game, it should be working just fine. So I should be able to collect them, but 5 studs is a bit too much. So put that back to 3.5 or something like that. So 3.5. And let's see how this is going to look. Yep, this is perfect. So I'm going to collect a bunch of coins and see what's going to happen. So they do respawn. And the y-axis has been reset. So this is good. And yeah, that's going to be it for the tutorial. If this helped, please subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!